fourth grade, it's time to do our second lesson of long division. And just like before, we're just going to be doing lots of examples so that you guys kind of get a better handle on this. I just want you guys to remember that long division is just a process. Just like whenever we did 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication and we had to learn XXO, that's a process because we can't do all of the things that math requires in our heads. Okay, we can do 6 times 5 in our head, that's 30. But we can't do 64 times 57 in our head, right? So we had to learn a process that made it easier so that we could write it out and figure it out. That was XXO. Long division is the same thing. We know that 40 divided by 5 is 8. But we don't know maybe what 406 divided by 7 is, right? And we're going to get to problems like that, but not for a while. We're starting with easy problems, not necessarily easy, but smaller problems so that we learn the process. And then we'll be able to apply it to bigger problems. So I have 4 more problems for us to practice with today, and that'll be it. There's no more vocab. There's no more anything. It's just practice, okay? Practice makes perfect. In math, too, not just in sports. Okay, so remember, our dividend divided by the divisor equals the quotient. Our dividend goes in the house, our divisor goes outside the house, and our quotient goes on top. Because it's the answer, and it's cool like that. Do you guys remember the acronym that we learned yesterday? Starts with a D. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers raw? Ew. Okay. So our first example is 70 divided by 6. We have our acronym written out. So now we can go through all of our steps and divide. So remember, underline the first digit that we're going to divide into. And so we're going to ask, can 6 fit into 7? Okay? If you said yes, you're correct, because 6 is less than 7. Remember, if this number in our house is smaller than the 6, it can't fit in. But 6 can fit into 7 because it's less than 7. So now, how many times can 6 fit into 7? Well, 6 is only 1 less than 7, so it can only fit in 1 time because if I do 6 times 2, I'm going to get 12, and that's too much. So I divided, time to multiply. 1 times 6. We have to take away what we just divided out to see what's left. So subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. Check. Is 1 less than our divisor? It is. Bring down the next digit. Zeros count. And since I brought down, I have to repeat. Make your subtraction line another house. Bring down your divisor. And let's do it all over again. 6. Can it fit into 1? No, 1 is way less than 6, so extend our lines. Okay, can 6 fit into 10? Yes. How many times? Only 1. 1 times 6 is 6. Oops, I divided, I multiplied, time to subtract. What is 10 minus 6, y'all? It is 4. Good job. And check. Is 4 less than 6? Ooh, this is getting kind of close there, but yes, it is. So we're good. And no more digits to bring down. And do I have a remainder? I do. Where do we write our remainder? Do you guys remember? We write it up with our answer. Good job. 11, remainder 4. All right. That was our first example. You guys did good. Let's try another one. Let's do 86 divided by 2. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers raw? Okay, here we go. Remember, what digit are you going to underline? Are you going to underline the 8 or the 6? Okay, 8. So divide. Can 2 fit into 8? It can, because 8 is bigger than 2. How many times can 2 fit into 8? Okay, when I divide, I think about multiplication. That's why I ask it this way. Okay, so I know that 2 times 4 is 8. I do these two steps in my head at the same time, because I have to multiply to figure out how many times 2 can fit into that number. So when I'm dividing, I'm technically multiplying. 2 goes into 8 4 times because 4 times 2 is 8. I do these two steps together. That's sometimes why I forget to check them off. All right, subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. Check. Is 0 less than 2? Of course it is, Mrs. Engelbrecht. Are you crazy? Bring down your next digit. What's our next digit? It's a 6. Draw your arrow. Bring it down. Good job. Okay. And since I just brought down, I have to repeat. And I have to make a new house and bring down the 2. Okay. When a 0 is in front of a number, it doesn't count as anything. So we can literally just pretend that that's a smiley face and not a 0. And we're asking, can 2 fit into 6? It can. How many times? You should say 3, because 3 times 2 equals 6. Subtract it out. 6 minus 6 is obviously 0. Check. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, it is. Do I have any other digits to bring down? No. Do I have a remainder? No. 86 divided by 2 is what? It is 43. Great job. A problem like this, I would do in my head, because I know 2 goes into 8 4 times and 2 goes into 6 3 times, and my answer is 43. We are learning the process. Keep that in mind. Okay. The next one might not be as easy for us to do in our heads, so this will kind of show us why we need the process. 53 divided by 3. Write your acronym. Try to beat me. Did you beat me? Well, if you beat me, I hope you wrote it neatly. Did that rhyme? If you beat me, I hope you wrote it neatly. Kind of. Okay. First thing we do is we underline our first digit. Can 3 fit into 5? Yes, because 5 is bigger than 3. How many times can 3 fit into 5? Once. I divided. Time to multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, I need to check. Is 2 less than my divisor, 3? It is. Yay! Now, bring down the next digit. It's a 3. Bring it all the way down next to your 2. And now we need to repeat. Make a new house. Bring down your divisor. Let's go! Underline your first digit. Can 3 fit into 2? No. Extend our line. Can 3 fit into 23? Yeah, I think it can fit in there. How many times can 3 go into 23? That's a big number. So let's think about our 3 song. Oh, where is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Then there's 24, brings us 27. Okay, I've gone over. So I heard 21, and that's 3 times 7. So like I said, I divide and I multiply at the same time. Time to subtract. 23 minus 21 is 2. Check. Is 2 less than 3? It is. Bring down. Nope, I brought down my last digit. I'm done. Do I have a remainder? Yes. Where do I write the remainder? Up top with the answer. Remainder 2. Yay! All right, you did it. One more example. Woohoo! 59 divided by 6. Doesn't know how to sell cheeseburgers wrong. I hope not. Don't answer the question. Sorry. Okay. Underline your first digit and ask the question. You ask it. Does 6 fit into 5? No. What do we have to do when our answer is no? We have to extend our line. Does 6 fit into 59? Now we're talking. How many times does 6 fit into 59? Let's see. I know 6 times 5 is 30. I know 6 times 8 is 48 because it rhymes and it's fun and all of that. I know 6 times 9 is 54. You know, let's say, I'm going to switch to pencil real quick. Okay, don't write anything down for a minute while I'm in pencil mode. Let's say I only know 6 times 8. I'm going to guess that it goes in 8 times. And I know 6 times 8 is 48. And I mean, we're pretty close to 59. We're getting there. And so I've divided, I've multiplied, time to subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. And now I have to check. Here's where it gets funky, though, because when I say, is 11 less than 6, my answer is no. Okay, when your answer is no, you've done something wrong in the first 3 steps, and that's why we check. You're going to say no sometimes when you get to the check, and that's okay. That's why the check is there. That's why we love cheese so much, because cheese helps us from getting to the very end of our problem and then realizing we have an issue. Right now, I know I have an issue before I go to any more steps. So I can go back up here. I can change this to a 9. And I've now figured out that 6 times 9 is 54. This is also why you do math in pencil, by the way. And 6 times 9, so I divided, is 54. I just multiplied. And now when I subtract, 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, I subtracted. And when I check, is 5 less than 6? It is. When you say woohoo and smiley face, you can go on. Okay? If you get to check and your answer is no, something bad has happened and you need to fix it. If you say no when you get to check and you keep going on, that's silly. Because the check is there so that you can stop what you're doing and fix your mistake. Okay, here we go. Bring down. I don't have anything to bring down. Do I have a remainder? Yes. Write it up top with your answer. All right. Now, this is pretty easy because 6 times 9 is 54. 54 is really close to 59. In fact, it's only 5 away. So my answer makes sense that 6 would go into 59 9 times, and there would be a remainder of 5. If your remainder is larger than your divisor, that's also a signal that you've done something wrong. Okay? And this technically was my remainder. It wasn't just a part of my question. It was my remainder. So that's another thing to look for out as well. All right, guys, good luck with your worksheet today. Do your best. Make sure that you are checking off your steps as you go. I would, as always, suggest that you do your work on paper first, and then you can either take a picture of each individual question and post it on there, or you can type it in. Whatever is easier for you, as long as we can see it clearly, that's what matters. Okay, let us know if you have questions. Bye, guys.